Welcome, Michael.
Yeah, no problem.
It must be exciting to have played professional football for 2 years, and now you're on the doorsteps to the Super Bowl. How do you feel coming up to the Super Bowl?
It's definitely an exciting feeling growing up. Obviously, this is every kid's dream to play in any sports at the highest level, and obviously football is the Super Bowl, so it's definitely a dream come true, and it's almost surreal feeling right now. It doesn't seem real. It's exciting, though.
Yeah. Your position is the offensive tackle. Can you explain what that entails? Is it like a difficult position to play?
Yeah, so as an offensive tackle, you're going usually against the defensive ends who are, in my opinion, some of the most athletic players on the field, so you got to be able to stay in front of them. And my big job is obviously protecting the quarterback. I'm protecting not his blind side, but his edge. Like that's where they just try to rush and everything is off the edge. So they're trying to get to the quarterback, and my job is to keep the quarterback clean.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's like, how do you actually prevent them from getting around to the quarterback?
It's all technique. It's all about your feet, your footwork, your hand placement, your pad level. It's all a combination of all that stuff. So you got to be good at all those things.
All right. Did going to school at Sandberg have any influence in your career choice and success today?
Oh yeah, I would say definitely. Especially the Sandberg football coaches while I was there. They all had a huge part of me getting this far. Coach O'Bradovich, he's not a teacher at Sandberg, and I think he's actually going to Stag now next year. But he was my offensive line coach while I was at Sandberg.
That's pretty cool.
And he was a huge help. He definitely developed my game very, very much so.
Awesome. Was there any time that you were at school at Sandberg or in Michigan when you thought you had a real shot at professional football?
I think the first time I really thought I had a shot at professional football was my redshirt sophomore year, and we were playing Notre Dame. And the guy I was going against was like leading the nation in sacks and everything. It was actually Stephon Tuitt. So, and I played a real good game against him. So I think after that point, it just helped my confidence out and made me think that I could actually make it to the next level.
Yeah. Did you ever think you would go right to the Super Bowl?
Obviously it's always been a dream of mine, but I always knew how hard it was to get this far.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually thought I'd ever make it, but it's always been a dream of mine.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you're doing this on the first year you're actually playing, so I mean that's pretty cool. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That just adds to the excitement.
Who inspired you to play football?
It's actually funny. My brother Andrew kind of convinced me to play football. I always was a baseball player growing up. I loved baseball, and then he went to sign up for the Orland Park Pioneers one day, and kind of convinced me to join that same day he joined. So he was a big influence in me playing football.
That's cool. You practice in Denver. Does the height and thin air there have an impact on your play and on your practice?
Yes. When I first got out here, it was really hard. I mean, I'd be doing a workout that I did back in Orland Park, and I'd do the same thing here, and it was 5 times harder. Just your mouth dries out really quick. It's really hard to catch your breath. But after like a couple of weeks or so, you kind of get adjusted. But when teams come here to play, it's a huge home field advantage that they have to play in this elevation. Yeah.
Because you have players being carted off the field because they're not used to it. So that's your advantage.
Yeah. Exactly. You always see them on their oxygen mask, always trying to get as much oxygen as they could.
Yeah. Speaking of plays, has there been a play that you were really proud of looking back at the season?
I don't know if there's been a specific play.
Okay.
I mean, it's just been the whole combination of the season. This whole season's been a roller coaster ride for me. I've had some really good games, and I had some really bad games, and I bounced back from the bad games. So, I mean, it's just been the whole season has just kind of been one. It's all kind of just blended together as one. And it's just been an awesome experience so far.
Cool. What is it like going out onto the field with so many great NFL legends like Peyton Manning?
Yeah, definitely when I first got drafted here and my first time in the huddle with him, it was kind of like, oh my God, I'm in the huddle with Peyton Manning right now. It's kind of exciting,
You didn't believe
but,
yourself.
I mean, it's just like anything else. As you experience more and more, it just becomes natural. But that first time, it's something I'll never forget.
Is he like a nice guy off the field?
Yeah, I always say he's just like in his commercials. He has that kind of sense of humor. He's just a funny guy, and he's always just really nice and everything. Just if you need anything, he'll come help you out.
Oh, that's nice. What's going through your mind right now about like the upcoming Super Bowl?
I try not to think about it too much because it's still so far away.
Yeah.
Whenever I start thinking about it, I get really, really excited. But, we just started watching film and everything on them, so I'm just trying to get the game plan down right now.
So you guys are trying to figure out like who you're gonna cover and what their
and how we're
plays
gonna match up and what plays we should run.
How does it feel like when you block a pass or like when you are able to somehow knock the or save your quarterback from a sack?
Oh, that's a great feeling, especially if we get a pancake block when we knock the guy down, it's called. And that's one of the best feelings, especially in the NFL. Those don't come around very much, so when you get them, you definitely have a little celebration to yourself when you do it.
All right. You're able to meet so many NFL stars. Do you like to collect autographs?
No, when I was growing up, actually, I used to collect the baseball cards and football cards all growing up. I had a ton of those growing up, but now that I'm in the NFL, I really haven't collected any ones that I played against autographed.
Who's the most famous autograph you have?
Well, I have a Peyton Manning autograph, so that's probably the most famous one I have.
Can I ask you, how did you end up getting that? Was it like when you were playing or before you started playing?
I actually got it this year. I asked him for an autograph. I bought a jersey, and I figured there's a chance it could be the last chance I could do it. Yeah, why not, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Good luck at the Super Bowl. I hope you guys win.
Thank you.
Because then you can have a giant ring and show it off to all your friends.
No, I know. I'll definitely have to come to Stamberg and show it off.
Oh, yeah. They'll all love it. Because they all know you there. Like, I was telling them I was going to interview you. I was like, I'm going to be interviewing this guy who's in the NFL. And they're like, he's on the Broncos. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, our teachers told us about him. So I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that was caught me off guard. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
It was really cool.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.